5 decades ago, a young Indian woman used the ancient secrets of Ayurveda to make an Indian brand global. Today, when we talk about organic lifestyle, using organic products, when we talk about Make in India, when we talk about reviving our culture, staying true to our roots, there was a woman 5 decades ago who was doing just that back then, when nobody even thought of it. I have with me Shahnaz Hussain, the Zarina of skincare and beauty, the beauty baroness today with us at Republic Digital Studios. Thank you so much, ma'am. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you.
And your journey has been illustrious, but there are very few who realize that how you actually began back in the 70s, when it was a very unconventional career. First of all, having a career, becoming an entrepreneur as a young woman, was married at 14, having a child at 15. You know, nobody would think back then to, start a business. How did it happen for you?
I don't think I had an option. I could do nothing all my life that was not important. It was not possible. So I thought I must have a career. And I could not have a career because I was not educated. I was only 7th standard pass. I got married. Then I went to 5 countries, specialized in beauty, came back to India as the highest qualified cosmetician in the world at my age, because nobody started at 16. I had a daughter, and together we lived the life of my dreams.
Back then, if somebody would get that opportunity to work abroad, they are unlikely, even today, to come back and do something in the country. We see it very less. And that time, what really struck you that when you were working with the different industry, different companies abroad, what brought you back here to India?
I never worked abroad. I studied abroad.
Okay.
I always thought I'd study to the ultimate in skin care, hair care, by way of care and cure. Okay. Actually, I'm very misunderstood. I'm not in beauty. Yeah. I'm in care and cure. Falling hair, dandruff, acne, pigmentation, alopecia, anything, dark circles around the eyes, anything to do with skin care and hair care, not beauty. And I came back to start my own brand. I could never dream of working with anybody or for anybody. I was dreaming of working for myself. I never foresaw the size of the brand that it would grow.
So, when you just had started, what was the idea behind, combining Ayurveda with skincare? That what made you feel that the need is to actually bring in that ancient science today in skincare?
Because I had studied abroad the dangerous side effects of chemicals. Huge headlines in papers saying people are dying of kidney failure in sleep and still using chemicals for beauty. So I thought, no problem, I'll go back to India and create my own brand minus chemicals. And that's where the story started.
So was there anything that you made sure, like you had in your mind, that I will, of course, make it chemical free, but also what was the thing that was missing back then when you had just started, when it came to skincare, apart from chemicals, of course? But
the important thing is to find a natural alternative for dark circles, aging, wrinkles, hair loss, alopecia, to find a natural remedy. There were thousands of chemical remedies. There was no herbal. When I came back in 1973, I started. There was no herbal in India at all. The word herbal, I started. It became an international brand.
So what was the receptivity like in the country and abroad?
Well, because there was nobody else except me, I didn't advertise. So it didn't happen fast. took time for people to know there's a place we can go and ask for treatment and end with a cure. The problem was I never advertised. It was word of mouth. And that's what I went to Harvard for, creating a brand without publicity. What is the use of advertising? Today I say I'm the best. Try it. I waste 10, 15 lakhs on a page. Tomorrow there'll be somebody better. So actually ads don't work in my mind. People tend to forget ads because next day there's another ad. But the result lasts forever. It worked with me.
In fact, I would just tell our viewers, because ma'am mentioned Harvard, she was in fact invited for a lecture because she has been a case study in Harvard, how to propagate the brand, promote the brand without advertising. And that was her biggest strength, and that's of course a study in itself, and we were trying to delve more into it. But coming back to skincare, there was always nani dadi ke nuskhe that everybody has grown up with. You feel that there was no, when as a nation was evolving post independence, and there were some brands that were started to be introduced in different as in different segments, not just about skincare. You feel that there was more attraction towards a commercial product despite having that hands-on knowledge about those nuskhas at home?
There was attraction for chemicals because there were ads and they knew about it. When I started, nobody had heard about me. But then I started healing and curing and helping. I relied totally in herb and natural by word of mouth. And I thought that if I advertise and it doesn't work, that won't work. When I was invited to Harvard, I said, why are you calling me? I'm not qualified to speak in Harvard. They said, you violate every norm we teach in Harvard. Whatever we say is necessary. You show an alternative method. We want you to come and talk on that. So my talk was how to create a brand without publicity, just word of mouth and cure. Actually, I'm not in beauty at all. I'm in care and cure.
So, today again we talk about self-care, and in beauty is skin deep, because you try to bring in that difference between beauty and skincare. But I think today there is this growing realization about that beauty is skin deep, and when you have a good skin, good hair, is then when you are going to look good no matter what you put from outside. When we talk about these times, and there's so many trends, there is a Korean beauty line, there's K-beauty. This is these are trends today that everybody is following blindly. Because every race, every culture, people from different countries have a different composition, in terms of body and genetic makeup and everything. But there is this sort of a craze for maybe a K-beauty, glass skin. They're chasing glass skin, and products are being advertised on the basis of you will get a glass skin if you apply this product. And there is this 7-step routine, 10-step routine. How do you see all of that today?
They can go on advertising, but they must understand that all these powerful products are chemicals and all have side effects. They will work, but there will be a situation where they'll stop working. As far as nature is concerned, Ayurveda is concerned, actually when the world has no chemicals, India always had herbs. Centuries later chemicals came. I feel if they even rely on home remedies, they'll work better than chemicals. At least there are no side effects. Whatever chemical you use, please be prepared for the side effects. It won't be today or tomorrow, but at some time, it's not worth it. Life is too short to take chances with the body. The moment you use a chemical, within seconds it's part of the bloodstream.
Yes, I was coming to that exactly. Because there are so many studies that show the makeup products that we use on a daily basis, they're found to be carcinogenic. Some of them, like say a lipstick that I use every day, and I drink water and I eat food with it. Some particles will go. I will ingest it. And it could be for hundreds and thousands of women across the globe. An everyday affair, and that's scary. You would think twice before eating. What you're really putting inside your system. But when we put a product, there is. You think there are not much of options, or there's less of awareness, or it's just ignorance.
I think that there are options. People are not aware of it. Okay. There are dangers, but people are not aware of it. As I said, the London paper said, thousands of people are dying of kidney failure and sleep and coloring their hair. It also said the way drop by drop, a drop of water wears away the sand. The human race is heading towards shore and certain death. Today you look good, but what about tomorrow? And the tomorrow goes on every day, and then the blood is being poisoned every day. I don't think people realize the dangers and the side effects of chemicals for beauty. And I think it's the power of the press to educate them. Press and TV. TV more than press.
Now these days there are a lot of, everything is there in a 15-second, 30-second reel actually. So everybody is an expert today, with all due respect to everybody, but everybody is claiming to be an expert too. I think even Ayurveda, what is right for somebody might not be right for, suppose me.
You said something very good. Ayurveda can be right and wrong. Actually, Ayurveda can't hurt. Yeah. If haldi doesn't suit you, if trifla doesn't suit you, if amla doesn't suit you, can't harm. Okay. But side effects of chemicals can harm. That's where the problem lies.
In your personal experience, growing up, before you even went into the business, were you very much, attracted towards using natural products yourself, as a young Shahnaz? What was your personal experience like?
I did not use anything until I was married.
Okay.
I just use soap and water. Okay. And as I say again, I think beauty from the kitchen shelf is best. Your mother would tell you more. Yeah. But why disturb the human body with chemicals that are going to harm you? They won't harm today or tomorrow, but finally you will suffer. Not worth it.
Today we talk about clean beauty. There's a lot of talk about it. I think it's just, you feel that this is the same thing, but at the end of the day, they are chemicals. But it's called clean beauty. It's called maybe some ingredients which they are claiming that we are using this, and this is what's going in the system or not going in the system or on your skin, whatever. But what's your take on that?
The word clean doesn't make any sense. Chemical and natural. If it's chemical, it will harm. If it's natural, it won't. They should stick to the right term. If you twist the English, there's no answer to that. There's no such thing as clean beauty. Clean of what? Beauty is not dirty. Chemicals are dangerous. Plants are not. After all, again, as I say, when the world had no chemicals, India always had herbs. Thousands of years ahead, we had nothing. Chemicals just came in this century.
Right. And how do you feel, with your brand still, flourishing and with changing times? You feel that have you changed anything in your approach, or the skincare lines that you've been introducing? Anything new with changing times that you've?
I'm always ready, on the warpath to change. In fact, now I'm working very heavily on a herbal black hair dye for men.
Okay.
And I think that will work. It will take me maybe another week or 10 days, but I'll come out with the formula. I'll give out samples, and hopefully if it works, it will be a trendsetter. Right. I think male beauty is also very important. The skin, the hair, the shaving situation, hair loss. The male hormone is progesterone. It encourages growth of hair on the body, discourages the scalp. So men have male pattern baldness. The female hormone encourages growth of hair, estrogen, on the head, discourages on the body. So men have lots of hair, but nothing on the body. That has to be addressed. What herb will affect the female hair and the male hair? That has to be understood and studied. Just can't use anything.
What is the basic skincare routine for you, like the go-to that would work for everybody and anybody?
I think there's, I read an article called Beauty from the Kitchen Shelf. It cuts out marketing completely. I sent it to you. It's not a bad idea to put it onto your channel. There's home remedies for beauty. You can make it at home, like haldi face wash, neem face wash, or trifla kajal.
Okay.
You ask your mummy, she'll tell you.
Trifla, I know it's good for digestion, but for kajal?
Trifla sharpens the vision.
Oh yeah.
I had a client who lost his vision, and I've never seen him. And I gave him trifla eye drops. He's back to work. It just disappeared and came back. I have no answer. The power of the herb. After all, centuries earlier, did India ever have chemicals? Did the world have chemicals?
Yes.
Herbs were there, and people survived longer than us. So I think that the Western world is staggering under the side effects of chemicals. They have to back to nature. They have to go back to Ayurveda and back to India.
Yeah, of course, we see that they are now embracing turmeric latte, which we know as haldi doodh. But you feel outside, in foreign countries also, there is a lot of now popular.
See, please understand that with cosmetic empires pumping billions of dollars into a hysterically mad cosmetic industry, selling youth and dreams in bottle jars. There, yes. There I stood up and sold India's 3,000-year-old civilization in a jar. It was not easy. What I did was something that other people can follow. I did not advertise. I just visited to every country, held a press conference, gave away samples, spoke on the power of herbs, the dangers of chemicals, and flew back. Went to Hawaii, went to Japan, and gave away samples. And next day, I called a press conference wherever country I went, in the high commissions, and gradually, including Hawaii, I had a call from Vietnam for some products, because during the Vietnam War, I sent products there. So I never think of tomorrow. I think of today. Tomorrow will follow. No side effects. If I tell you that I'll give you something that will never harm you, I'll tell you that this is going to harm you, you will take the no harm option.
Personally, what's your best remedy for you that you always follow? If one has to know your Shahnaz Husain's skincare regime, or
I use no chemicals on my face at all.
What's your go-to product for yourself that you any recipe, skincare recipe for yourself that you blindly trust?
I use Shah Moist for my face, made from Rajnikantha extract, and as a foundation I use sandalwood combination. At night I use Shah Life. It's anti-aging and nourishes the skin. Under the eyes I use a special gel. The skin under the eyes is the only part of the human body that has no moisture glands. So it shows signs of stress, aging, anything first. With stress, you'd have dark circles. So I try and use the basic essentials, no chemicals. Even my lipsticks, everything is herbal, no chemical. See, now I'm working on skin care and hair care for men. The brand is called MARRDD, Mard. I think men require care. They show they don't care, but they do. Maybe more than you.
Yeah, I think they are getting very conscious about it, and there are skincare products.
Essential that we look after them because they're a very beautiful part of our world.
Of course, of course. You feel that, because you talked about how corporates are pumping in money for these brands that use chemicals. What do you feel has been, why there hasn't been a lot of, do you feel, has there been any change, first of all, in the past few years as far as natural skincare is concerned, organic?
You see, the problem is that with chemicals, unless there's a side effect, they feel they're very happy. They're using ammonia in their hair dye and happy because the hair is looking black.
Yes.
They should, if they want to color their hair, it should be ammonia free.
Yeah.
So that much knowledge men don't have. They're very innocent, very busy. They don't care. They're looking good, they're feeling good. It's the women that worry more. But I think we should worry for the men also.
Yeah. So what do you suggest what they should use? And
they should, every man that is watching your program should see what he's using and what chemicals there are in the product he's using and see the side effect, which I don't think any man does really. They don't have the time.
Even women today are, working, and
they're busy women, they don't care.
Yeah.
And if they say, see, there is side effect, let it come, we'll see. I think that there's several things that women don't bother, and men. Whenever anybody comes to me for consultation, I write blood test. I think a blood test reveals so much. And some of them never, nahi ma'am, maine to kabhi nahi kara hai, humne kab kara dijiye. Then they come with situations that help. It's difficult, mine is very different kind of work. You'll never understand. But I've been there for so long and they feel that I've solved so many problems that whenever I go, there's this riot for selfies.
Yeah.
It's something that they've heard over the years.
Yes.
And I've never been able to experience. I think seeing me for them is an experience.
No, absolutely. You've been an inspiration. That's why we are talking to you about skincare, because you've been a household name for decades now. And in your experience, what is one most common skincare mistake that we, at least as Indians, make?
I think if you use nothing is better than using something wrong. Either use nothing or what you use, all your viewers must know. They must analyze. Isme. You see the formula on the carton. Very often, I'll tell you something, they don't divulge the formula on the carton.
They don't reveal completely.
No, they won't. How do you know?
Yes.
Will you check every bottle that you take? That is the problem. Which worries me. That you are using something you don't know. Not fair. You have to answer to your conscience. Also, I think that people who are in business, any business, must also do something for society. Apart from earning for themselves, they must do something for underprivileged. And my life's great love is the vision impaired. So I do my best to do what I can for them. I had the beauty book done in Braille, so they can give the exam. That's my part of giving back. We don't keep thinking of this, but in this world, we are for a short while. Life after death.
Yes.
Does everybody think of that?
Yes.
Where you have to answer for what you did in this world. So you can't be busy collecting money and not giving back to society.
Ma'am, before we wrap up this conversation, but there are so many questions with you, but yes, one final tip that you want to give from your side as Zarina in skincare, one tip that you would say for everybody, young, old, man, woman.
I think whatever you use on your skin or hair or body, please study the formula. I'm not sure all will be written, I hope it is, but just don't pick up something following an ad.
Right.
The ad may not be very good in the long run. And if you have not made up your mind, then beauty from the kitchen shelf is best.
Absolutely, right.
Doing nothing is bad, but doing the wrong thing is even worse.
Right. Very rightly pointed out, ma'am. Such gorgeous hair. We've always seen you. This is your, style. It's iconic, and everybody looks up to you. You as a persona yourself. So, what do you do for your hair?
I'll tell you, and if you can follow, very good. Twice a month, I use 13 eggs, raw eggs, coffee, ground coffee, not Nescafe, ground coffee, half lime juice, and pure henna. Pure henna with a few herbs in it. And make it into paste and leave it at night. Put it on. Next morning, I wash it off. And my entire life, I've never used hair dye, and it helps the hair grow, and no hair color.
Okay, this colors the hair naturally.
Whatever you see is natural color.
Yeah. The herbs are like amla, shikakaya.
No, a whole lot of other herbs.
Okay, okay.
आप समझ नहीं पाएंगे.
Right.
But
So this is
more a combination of dry hair.
all right.
My hair is dry.
Okay.
Amla and hair wash. And then neem face wash. But 13 eggs is very important.
That's shine.
No.
Okay, very nice. I think that's one very, very important tip that ma'am has shared with us.
I think all of you should do this. If you want to color the hair, it's better to use no chemicals and leave it as it is.
Right.
And if you want to color the hair, then you see earlier it will look orangish but become dark brown.
Okay. So it changes.
Yes, but don't use water, use raw eggs.
Okay, nice. So I think that's very, very important, and I think it reveals some secret at least. And also, ma'am, you research so much in Ayurveda and skincare. That's your, of course, now business, but
Hobby.
yes. I want to know, you're such a vibrant personality, vivacious personality still. What's your favorite, hobby, or what you love to do otherwise when you're not working?
When I'm bored, I write poetry.
Okay.
And I paint. My daughter and I paint together.
Wow.
Both of us have brushes, both of us have colors, both of us paint together.
A lot of creativity, of course, I think, and that's what we see in your products as well. Over the years, we've seen that.
I'll tell you my favorite 4 lines.
Okay.
But I'll send you my poetry book.
Sure.
Life is a dream and illusion. Life is a dream and illusion, but the dreamer is destined to awake. A lovely reflection in the mirror, but alas, the mirror must break.
Wow, that's lovely, I think. So, ma'am.
From my heart.
Yes, you really spoke from the heart, and I think it must have touched the hearts of millions of our viewers. Thank you so much for this very, very interesting, insightful conversation. That was Ms. Shahnaz Hussain.